Hello everyone. As I told you that what are the syllabus and what are their marks for each subject in the previous video. Now in this video we are going to start with the subject. Sorry, this is sub-subject of the social science and it carry 20 marks out of 80 marks. Okay. And in this economics, the first chapter is the development. But before going to see what are there in the chapter, I would like to explain some basic points you have to know, or these points I picked from your book that is given in directly or indirectly. The first point is growth. What is growth? How it affect our economic, how it relate to our economy, how it relate to the development. We all knows these things. Then development, gross development product, that is GDP, national income, average income, per capita income, and sustainable development. After completing these topics, then further we are going with our chapter number 1, that is development. The first point is growth. What is growth? Growth is a comparative analysis of what we are today and what we are in our past. For example, take a farmer, right? There is a farmer. The farmer produces wheat. There is a farmer. He produces wheat. In year 2021, he produces 10 quintal of wheat, and in year 2022, he produces 12 quintal of wheat. In the same here condition is applied that same field or same field which measures XYZ hectare, right? Now what is the changes, what is if we compare the year 2021 and year 2022, what you say that there is increase in 2 quintals. That means a farmer growth is 2 quintal, or the farmer field productivity is increases, yeah, growth by 2 quintals, right? Now reverse point is, let's suppose same farmer produces in 2021 12 quintal, and in 2022 because of the climatic changes it produces only 8 quintal. What happens? This changes is the minus 4 quintal. That means the growth is decline from previous year. So we can say that the growth is not positive only, growth will be negative also. For economy, for a whole economy you can take that as well as negative, right? If growth is positive, that means country is growing, right? If growth is negative, that means the country start towards recession, or you can say that if growth is negative there is a term recession. I would explain in the further. Recession is there in the economy, or you can say that the national income is declining. For example, when there is a COVID-19 in the COVID-19 in 2020, which was started on around March, right? On that year the growth rate is negative, and again in 2021 the growth rate is start positive. In 2019 the growth rate is positive, right? That means it's not a unidirectional, it is bidirectional. It may be positive, it may be negative, right? This is the growth. Now the point is that what is economic growth? Economic growth is the quantitative increase in the final output and the production of the country over a period of time. Here you have to note the quantitative, final output, and over a period of time. That means The economic growth is measured on the final output. There are a lot of things that is intermediate which is not measured. For example, if we form a bread, let's take a bread, but क्वेश्चन इज दैट कि अगर हमें ये ब्रेड बनाना है तो हमें क्या चाहिए? एटलीस्ट व्हीट तो चाहिए ही चाहिए। तो द कंजम्पशन ऑफ व्हीट इज नॉट मेजर इन द इकोनॉमिक ग्रोथ, एंड we just measure what amount of bread is produced, what machines are there in the factory is not measured in the final output. What is the final output? That is bread which is from the industry to the consumer or to the industrials, right? And the economic growth is usually expressed in the gross or net. Gross domestic product, gross national product, net domestic product, net national product. All these concepts are varied over the period of time. Okay, but economic growth is not out of the limitation. What are the limitations? The size of informal sector is not included. What does it mean? It means that what, so first question is, what is informal sector? Informal sector is those sectors like ठेले वाला, और यू कैन से दैट वो जो साइड में छोटी सी ऐसे उनकी छोटी सी गुमती होती है, वो पान वाला, जो कहीं से भी किसी भी तरह से गवर्नमेंट से डायरेक्टली इंक्लूडेड नहीं है कि वो यहाँ पर काम करते हैं, किसी भी स्कूल या कॉलेज के बाहर चाय वाला, राइट? दीज आर दोज employees who are not included in the formal sector, who have not registered business, तो वो क्या हो जाएंगे? इनफॉर्मल सेक्टर में आ जाएंगे, राइट? अब इसके बाद इनसे जो होने वाला हमारा इकोनॉमिक ग्रोथ है, इसको इकोनॉमिक ग्रोथ ऐड नहीं करता, क्योंकि इनसे भी तो ग्रोथ हो रहा है, ये भी तो कुछ ना कुछ अपना अर्न कर रहे हैं, जो ओवर द पीरियड ऑफ टाइम जिससे उनका एजुकेशन इंक्रीज हो रहा है, जिससे उनकी हेल्थ इंक्रीज हो रही है। बहुत सारी चीजें हैं जिन चीजों को ये इकोनॉमिक ग्रोथ मैटर नहीं करता या वो इन्हें इंक्लूड नहीं करता। उसके अलावा बहुत सारे नेचुरल रिसोर्सेज होते हैं जिनका डिप्लीशन हो रहा है। कैसे? इंडस्ट्रियलाइजेशन है, बहुत सा एक इंडस्ट्री यहाँ पर लगी हुई है। अब इस इंडस्ट्री में अगर जो भी काम हो रहा है, तो कहीं न कहीं से जो कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड के रूप में जो धुआँ निकल रहा है, जिसमें क सल्फर डाइऑक्साइड होता है, तो उस इससे जाकर हमारा नेचुरल रिसोर्सेज़ का डिप्लेशन हो रहा है। सल्फर डाइऑक्साइड और नाइट्रोजन डाइऑक्साइड की वजह से जो हमारे जो व्हाइट मार्बल्स होते हैं, वो उनका कलर डिप्लीशन हो रहा है। एसिड रेन की प्रॉब्लम हो रही है। तो ये सारी चीज़ें भी कहीं न कहीं ग्रोथ की वजह से ही हो रही है और हम इन चीज़ों को माइंड में नहीं रखते हैं। With this, the economic growth does not include the qualitative aspects of the growth. Qualitative aspects is what? What is that there is no loss of someone else. That is there is no loss of natural resources. There is decline in poverty. If there is growth, there is decline in poverty. If there is growth, there is increases in employment. These things are not matter in the for the economic growth. For economic growth, that's it. Further, we were in the next video we will talk about what is development.